I've had some great summer jobs. My first one was at the age of 14. I was a peach grader at a peach shed. That meant that I sat on a peach crate, and when the peaches came out of the cooler, I would put the good ones here, the bad ones there, let some of them go. Those peaches were so cold and so wet that it took the skin off the end of our fingers, and we'd bleed on them so that the people down the line would think that they had a bad peach. It was really just our blood from up the line. Um, I I was from a mill town, and I got a job in college, high school or college, in a bedspread factory, and that actually was a great job. The problem with it was that I had that job because I wanted to buy contact lenses. Well, contact lenses then were the hard ones. There weren't anything else, and I was a lint head. That meant that there was lint all over in the air, in the factory. We had to be blown off the lint before we could go home, and I was trying to get used to hard contact lenses. That didn't work out too well. The job that I remember most I had as an adult, I was a school teacher, and in the summer, I worked at a camp called The Mountain in Highlands, North Carolina. Yeah, Unitarian Universalist camp. The first year, I was the person who took care of the children while the adults had workshops. That just meant that I was kind of extending my winter job into summer, taking care of children. Not my favorite, but it's a lovely place, and I enjoyed being there. By the second year, I worked there about 5 summers. By the second year, the owner of the camp, one of the two, not owners, they were the managers of the camp, Mo. They were Larry and Mo. And Mo, for some unwarranted reason, had a lot of confidence in me. She thought I could drive any vehicle. She thought I could find any place to take people on adventures. So she would send me off with a hand-drawn map that showed a road off another road, and then you go by 3 dumpsters, and then you go by the second house, and then you turn left. And I'd never been there before. And so now I have a van full of people, and I'm taking them there for the first time. People were afraid on my trips when they really didn't need to be, and not afraid when they really should have been. The van that I drove most often had bad brakes. They weren't so bad that we were going to go careening down the mountain, but I would start smelling the brakes, and I would get off of them. I'd tap them, I'd downshift, so to slow us down. About 5 minutes later, I would hear people in the back. They'd say, "You smell that? I think something's burning." And I would just ignore it because I knew something was burning. It was the brakes. But that was the thing they really didn't have to be afraid of. The thing they should have been afraid of was my inexperience. I had no idea where I was going. I had no idea what I was doing. They just gave me a hand-drawn map and said, "Take this load of people and go there." So I did. One time I was going to show them how to body surf down a creek. And fortunately, I took a kid with me who had a lifesavers, whatever that is you get. I body surfed down the creek, and I was trying to get out, and there was an eddy where the water's coming this way and going that way, and eddies are hard to cross. The third time I went down, I came up and looked at that kid and said, "Come get me." So he did. He came across, he hauled my ass out. And I'm the leader of these people. I would hear them, somebody would always sit next to me in the front, and it was invariably somebody who fancied wildflowers. And she would say, "Oh, look, what kind of flower is that over there?" And I would be thinking, lady, you have no idea how thin the ice we're driving on is. I don't know what the F that wildflower is. I'm trying to find the second turn past the dumpsters to get you where we're supposed to go. It was a confidence building job. I never got anybody but me hurt on any of the outings. And this 4th of July, I'm going to go with my daughter and my 2 little grandsons to the same area for a week. And I know all the hidden waterfalls, I know all the little hiking trails, and I can't wait. Thanks.